I think we'll wait like 2 more minutes for everyone to join, and then we'll start.
Okay, no problem. I can join. Wait.
Okay, then I think we will start. I hope that you can all hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, yes, now I can hear you too.
Okay, thank you.
Can
Okay,
hear you.
great. Great. Okay, then let's start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Cultural Exchange Club. My name is Jasper, and I'm very happy to facilitate today's session. To start, I give you a short introduction to the topic of respect in Germany, based on both cultural aspects and small personal experience. In Germany, respect is generally understood as treating other people fairly, equally, and honestly. It is less about showing respect through big words or gestures and more about how you behave in everyday situations. So, important values are so much you're doing. Yes, important values are things like being reliable, following rules, and respecting boundaries. So, in simple terms, respect in Germany often means doing what you say, being fair, and considering others in your actions. In daily life, respect is shown through small but important behaviors. For example, being on time is very important in Germany. If you're late without informing people, it can quickly be seen as disrespectful. Also, people value honesty and direct communication. Even if something is uncomfortable, it is usually better to say it clearly. Another important aspect is personal space and privacy. People respect each other's boundaries and don't interfere too much in personal matters. In families and society, respect in Germany is often connected to the idea of equality rather than hierarchy. So children are encouraged to share their opinions and make their own decisions from an early age. Of course, all the people are respected, but not necessarily because of authority. Um, Someone to join. Hello, everyone. More because of experience. So respect does not always mean obedience. It means listening to each other and treating everyone as an individual. In professional environments, respect becomes very structured and visible. For example, it is very important to be on time and be prepared and communicate clearly. German communication is often quite direct, but this is not meant to be rude. It is actually the way of being transparent and efficient. At the beginning of professional relationships, people also use formal language. For example, Herr or Frau. It is the same as Mr. and Mrs. Plus the last name. Over time, this can become more informal. Some behaviors are clearly seen as disrespectful in Germany. For example, being late, not keeping promises, or interrupting others while they're speaking. Also, ignoring rules or being unclear in communication can create problems. Another important point is invading personal space. For example, asking very personal questions too early. There's someone to join. Hi, everyone. To conclude, respect in Germany is often practical and behavior-based. It is shown through being reliable, being honest, and treating others as equals. It may look different from other cultures, but the core idea is always the same. Respect helps us to understand each other and work together. Yes, thank you very much. And I'm really looking forward to hearing your perspectives and stories on that topic.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for your presentation.
Yes. Everyone, anyone who wants to go next?
Yeah, I can take the chance.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Hi everyone, good afternoon from India. I am Muralidharan, training coordinator at KKID. I am doing marketing and coordination of KKID programs. Now I share my PPTs. It is around 13 PPTs, 1 3. So it's take uh, 10 minutes. Please listen to me. Can you see our presentation?
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah, thank you. And all over the world, if you give respect, you will take respect. It is the uh, very good respect. Introduction. In our Tamil culture, respect is one of the most important value in Tamil culture. It is deeply connected with family, traditional relationship, language, hospitality, and social behavior. Respect is shown through action, words, action, attitude towards elder, parents, teachers, guests. Respect means in our Tamil culture honoring elders and parents, speaking politely and showing humility, caring for others, maintaining family dignity, treating guests warmly. It is very important things in our Tamil culture. And respect within our families. Within families is very important role in our Tamil culture. Listening to elders because we have to listen elders. Speech and also the words. Using respectful words such as Anna. Anna means brothers, Akka means sisters, Aya means grandfather, and Amma means mother. Taking blessing from elders. Always we are getting blessing from our elders. Caring for parents in the old age, that is very important to us. Eating together and maintaining unity. That is very important. Uh, Especially in the dinner time, we are sitting together and eating meals. In the professional environment, the respect is very important. Greeting others politely, speaking professionally, being punctual, respecting senior staff and colleagues, working honesty and responsibly, maintaining teamwork and discipline. In the working place, we have to maintain these words. It is very important to the working environment. Disrespectful behavior, speaking harshly to the elders, ignoring parents or teachers, interrupting others while they speak, using rude language, publicly insulting someone, showing aggressions. It is very dangerous for respect. Value that define the respect: humility, kindness, gratitude, obedience, hospitality, compassion, and discipline. These are very important values in our Tamil culture. Across generation, every 10 years, the respect is differently changed. Family traditional stories telling. Nowadays, the very less storytelling. Religious teachings, festivals, and gathering, observing elders' behavior. Nowadays, it is are changing. It is also our minus in our Tamil culture. So we have to improve that these points. ritual and customs. Touching elders field for blessing. It is a very important one. Saying vanakkam with holding hands, removing footwear before entering home or temple, serving guest food first, respecting teaching during the celebrations. Influence of gender, age, and social roles. Elders are giving special respect. Parents and teachers hold honorable positions. Women are respected as caretaker and nurturers. Uh, Community leaders are treated with dignity. Respect during lifestyles, childhood, marriage, parenthood, and old age. During wedding, festival, and funeral, cultural respect tradition become more visible. You can see proverbs, it is very important. Respect earns respect. A good character brings honor. Words spoken with kindness create face. So I already told you, if you give respect, you will get respect. My personal story, one of the beautiful memory from Tamil culture is during festival like Pongal. Family members gather together, respect elders by receiving blessings and sharing meals happily. Children are taught to greet elders respectful and help guests. This creative strong sense of unity, love, and cultural identity. Conclusion: respect is the foundation of Tamil culture. It connects families, community, and generations through traditional language and daily action. Tamil people continue to perceive the value of respect. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, please ask me. I will clarify.
Thank you very much. It was very interesting. Yeah, I found it very, very interesting, especially the fact with the age. As I said in my presentation, the age plays an important role in Germany too, but I think not as big as it is in your culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Great.
have to
Are there
respect
any other?
elders.
Yeah, yeah. Are there any other questions or suggestions on to this presentation? Otherwise, we will move on with the next one.
Thank you. Hello?
Yes, hi. Crowhouse and Wealth.
Yes, so we will have two kind of from presentation. I want to introduce from one of our university experts, Dr. Lucy Mandela. She's from Masinde Muliro University. She will share a bit overview about, because she's a specialist in indigenous knowledge and linguistics. So I want to invite her to share, and then we will also have some responses from our team here as well. Just
Okay,
on
sure.
what respect means. So let me welcome Dr. Lucy Mandela to introduce and just share a bit.
Thank you very much, Cleophas. I'm sorry I'll not put my camera on because my network is unstable.
Yeah, no worries,
Dr.
no worries.
Thank you. Hope you can hear me.
We can hear you very
Yes.
clear.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Dr. Lucy Mandela. I'm a senior lecturer and researcher at Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology in Kenya. I also belong to the Institute of Indigenous Knowledge, Cultural Studies, and Climate Change. I'm glad to be part of this conversation. And from the first two presentations, actually, I'm really, really excited as a cultural linguist. So I'll just give a brief, I don't have a PowerPoint presentation. I'll just give an oversight of the understanding of respect or what respect means in my culture. And I belong to the Tachoni community, one of the subgroups of the larger Luya community in the western part of Kenya. So the perspectives that I'm going to give are related to the Tachoni community. And among the Tachoni people, respect is not merely spoken. It is lived daily through our interactions, through language, both verbal and nonverbal, through our behaviors, relationships, and even community responsibility. And I'm glad most of the issues Jasper and Muralidharan have raised, you know, we also consider them in our culture. So respect normally begins at home when a child is born, and it extends to the entire community. So from childhood, children are taught how to speak, how to greet others, how do you greet your elders, do you greet your peers. They are even taught on how to sit. There's a way girls are taught, you know, as a woman, you are supposed to sit like this. As a boy, you are not. The do's and don'ts. Even behaviors on how to eat, where, how even to chew, and even listening, which always reflects the character of a child as she or he grows up. So one memory that has stayed with me since childhood involves greeting elders. In the Tachoni culture, children are expected to initiate greetings, you know, to the elders. Children are expected to greet every elder respectfully before engaging in any activity. If you want to borrow something, you want to do anything, you meet your elder, you must be the one who should initiate the greeting. So passing anyone who is older than you is considered disrespectful, even a curse. They say in our culture, it's like you'll be cursed and even your future will not be good. So greetings are not rushed, and they are normally recognized by you recognize the status of that person and the relationship you have with that person. Like I wouldn't just say, hey, good morning, Jasper. No, how is Jasper related to me? If Jasper is my brother, we have names in our culture. You say, good morning, brother. Good morning, sister. Good morning, brother-in-law. You don't just mention people's names. Even if they are your peers, you don't mention your name. You'll be like, how are you, brother? How are you, sister? How are you, mother? And anybody who is like the age mate of your mother, you regard that person as a mother. You greet good morning, mother. And even the tone is the tone of your voice reflects some humility. You know, if it's somebody who is an age mate to your elder brother, you assume that is your brother, even if you don't have any blood relation, and you recognize that person through the actual name that regards that person in a respectful manner. And that is something that I've lived up to today, because that is how I was taught. So respect was also shown through storytelling and silence. Like, for example, during evening gatherings around the fireplace, children listened attentively as elders narrated stories, proverbs, and community wisdom, histories, myths, among other oral traditions. And it is believed, or it was believed those days, because now, because of modernization, most of those rules are being broken, that interrupting an elder was highly discouraged, because wisdom was believed to flow from attentive listening. And just through observation, an elder is able to tell if these youngsters are listening or not. So through these oral traditions, respect has become an intergenerational knowledge transfer. Again, in this same community, respect is deeply connected to age, gender, social responsibility, and communal living, which actually resonates the same with what Muralidharan and Jasper have just presented. I've already talked about the issue of age, the gender, like our community is patriarchal, where men are believed to be more dominant than women. So naturally, women are expected to do what? To respect men. And even in terms of social responsibility, each gender is expected to perform its own socially ascribed responsibilities. So elders are valued as custodians of wisdom, while younger people are expected to demonstrate humility and willingness to learn. And actually, I noted something when I think Jasper was presenting, and he pointed out the issue of hierarchy in Germany. I think it's a contrast with our culture, where now it's like the young people have no voice. As long as you are young, you must listen to your elder, whether he's right or wrong, because questioning is regarded as what? As a sign of respect, being unkind, and all that. So, and I think among generally, Cleophas would maybe agree or disagree with me. In our community, many times young people take time even to know their rights, because we grow up believing that, you know, when you are young, you have no say. Being born a woman, you have no say because men dominate. Elders do what? Dominate. Maybe it's a point of discussion and all that, because elders are always valued as custodians of wisdom. As long as you are old, whatever you say has to be respected, while younger people are expected to demonstrate humility and willingness to learn. However, to some extent, respect is expected to be reciprocal. Elders are also expected to guide younger generations with fairness, kindness, and integrity. Although in most cases, young people believe that the elders are always right. So language itself carries respect. Tachoni language includes tone, you know, the way you speak to your elder, even the intonation itself. Respect is also demonstrated through distancing. There are taboos, like a son-in-law is not supposed to greet a mother-in-law in the hand. If you see your mother-in-law, you literally run away. The son-in-law will literally be, because actually it's a taboo even for them to be closer. So issues of distancing also. Respect is also demonstrated through distancing and the kinship ties that are involved. I've already talked about the lexicon, or the choice of words that are used to demonstrate respect, and forms of addresses that communicate social relationships, like in-laws and all that. So certain expressions are intentionally softened when speaking to elders, in-laws, or leaders. So the register and the context also. The two first presenters have also pointed about the context. It also depends with the context, formal and informal. It will also dictate the choice of words and even the intonation. So the linguistic politeness preserves harmony with families and communities. However, as a community, we have a challenge now in this due to globalization, modern lifestyles, education, and all that. These cultural practices in relation to respect are changing. Some young people, especially the Gen Z generation going down, and some millennial generation, may see traditional forms of respect as outdated. And even as I speak now, nowadays, this younger generation, they just hug because of Christianity. They even hug. In our culture, there is no hugging actually, but now they even hug their mother-in-laws, their fathers-in-laws, actually, which is an abomination. So personally, I believe the core values remain relevant. That is humility, empathy, listening, and recognizing the dignity of others through respect. So as a cultural linguist and researcher in indigenous knowledge, I see respect not only as a cultural value, but also as a foundation for peaceful coexistence in communities, environmental stewardship, and social cohesion. Because indigenous cultures not only teach us respect, but among human beings, but the respect also extends to nature, to land, and to the future generations. So as I conclude, I'll just give an Ubuntu philosophy that I am because we are. I am because we are. So a person will just become a person through other people. And you can only become a good person if you embrace, or if you are respectful to others for peaceful coexistence. So I still believe that respect is what binds humanity together across cultures. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very
Wow,
much.
thank you very much.
Good.
It was great. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Please
One
share
one
the
one
thoughts
thing.
from
Yeah,
his
please go on.
her experience. Yeah, very good, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. I like the thing with the mother-in-law. That was quite funny to me. One thing that pops up to my mind while hearing your presentation was how do you greet a person if you see them for the first time? Because I think in the presentation we've heard before, it's also like a way of greeting with like the head down or something like that. Yeah, because in Germany it's like when you meet someone for the first time, you shake their hand and there's straight eye contact, and it is considered as disrespectful if you don't look into the eyes of the other person. How is it in your culture?
If you hand to
Okay,
her, there is one vibration is there.
go ahead. I'll respond to the two.
Oh, you can carry on, ma'am, please.
Okay, thank you. So Jasper is okay saying is he finds the issue of mother-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law very interesting. Actually, the rules still exist to date, and if you make a mistake of getting in contact, you need to perform a sacrifice. A sacrifice is performed because it is an abomination.
Mhm.
So back to how to greet a person when you meet that person for the first time. Okay, now things are changing, as I've said, because of the influence of the Western culture and all that. But traditionally, as I had pointed out, when you meet someone for the first time, you are able to gauge the age of that person. If that person is your peer, you'll just greet, shake the hand, and say maybe good morning. And actually, greetings also depend on the time of the day. Yeah, and we have names in our local languages for that. So if it's morning, we'll say good morning, brother. If he's a gentleman and he's like almost your the age mate of your brother. If it is an old lady, maybe you look at this person almost maybe the age mate of your mother. You'll greet in the hand and say good morning, mother. But to men who are of marriageable age, you meet a mother who is almost the age of maybe the mother, because you don't know that mother. She could be a sister to your wife's mother, and it's an abomination. You will not greet because it could be your mother-in-law. You'll just lift up, you'll just wave and say good morning, mother, or good afternoon, mother. If it's a young lady of marriageable age and this could be your father-in-law, because you don't know that person, you'll just wave, you don't greet because
Okay.
distancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
the eye contact again, it's an abomination to look your mother-in-law, father-in-law, daughter-in-law in the eye.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's an abomination to look, it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even when you are saying good morning, mother-in-law, it's like you are looking aside. You don't
Okay.
look directly to them. So it depends with the relationship and how you gauge the age of that person in relation to, to who
Very
you are.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Thank you, Dr. Lucy, for that. I think I want to borrow a few 5 minutes or so just to give some more context. I have a few Gen Z in the room that we can put on that can share their similar experiences. I think just to confirm, but Lucy has really kind of given an overview representing a lot of the Western communities in which most of these people come. I think maybe the context will be age, but I think also a very good planning session for all of us in Western. But she represents the Tachoni and generally the Luya community, which almost share similar initiatives. I think I will ask a few to respond, but I have at least also Bukushu who come from the same place. You can just give maybe one sentence, then we hear from the Gen Zs, respond to one or two.
Okay, my name is Ben Waso, and I like the conversation that we are having about the culture in terms of respect. Yeah, just like Dr. Lucy has said, I think she has talked about respect extensively about our culture here, although I'm Bukusu. But here in Bukusu land, we value respect so much because they say that we have a proverb that says that Liria Yamagwada. It means that Liria means respect. It begins from early childhood. So if you don't have respect from your early stages, it means that your life will be ruined forever and no one will ever respect you. So it is very, very important about the matter that we are talking about this morning. I think that is my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So according to me, so thank you. My name is English person. So my contribution is according to the English. The values of show respect in our families and community. The first one, we have honest. Being honest, that is telling the truth and trust, being trustworthy. Then being responsible also by doing doing your duties without being forced. And then have courtesy, that is treating people despite their age. And then being honest, doing what is good and what is wise to others. And then we have unity, that is cooperating and living peace with others. So thank you.
Maybe just to add on what Dr. Lucy said, she's mentioned that over time we are seeing the Gen Z maybe move away from respect of some sort. And maybe my contribution would be, because I am a proud Gen Z to that, respect is still there. It's just that maybe we show our respect in a different way. For example, I cannot see an old man standing and I'm seated. So the most logical thing to do would be I get up and allow the person to sit. But then we have also had over time young people asking, why this culture? Why should I not greet my mother-in-law? For example, she sits and it's only the son-in-law that is in the house. So should she be left there because culture dictates that I can't hold her hand or I can't help her? But culture is still very important to us because it is the core of who we are and what we do. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think there's a hand from.
Hello.
From Viludugal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, everyone. This
Hi.
is Chandra
Good
from
afternoon.
Viludugal. Good afternoon. This is Chandra from Viludugal. Happy to see you all. Now I share my viewpoints related to this topic of respect across culture. And I explained all questions one by one. First of all, I would like to share about the meaning of respect. Respect means showing consideration, value, or honor towards someone or something. In Tamil culture, respect is a fundamental value that reflects humility, honor, and consideration for others. It is deeply rooted in family traditions, social relationships, and community life. And the first question is, what does respect mean in your culture? Respect means treating others with kindness, dignity, and care. Example, Generally, in our homes, showing respect and hospitality means welcoming relatives or guests warmly when they visit. We offer them water as soon as they arrive, invite them to sit down, serve them tea or coffee, and offer them food before they leave. Whether they choose to eat or not, it is customary and polite to invite them to eat. That is considered the proper way of showing respect and hospitality in our culture. In our Tamil Nadu, hospitality is the best uh, respect in Tamil Nadu people. And second one, how is respect shown within families? Respect is shown by listening to elders, helping each other, and speaking politely. Example, helping mother by cutting and preparing vegetables while she cooks, and helping father by bringing the things he needs, serving food to grandparents, going to the shop for them, and buying things they need are all ways of caring and supporting family members. In my childhood, I was also helping my parents and grandparents. And the third question, how do people show respect in professional environments? People show respect by being punctual, honest, and cooperative and work. Example, in a workplace, respect is shown by arriving on time, completing tasks within the given deadlines, being honest and responsible, staying committed to the organization, treating colleagues with kindness, helping others when needed, maintaining professionalism, and building a good reputation through dedication and good conduct. So this is the good respect for the environments in office and other places. And the fourth one, what is considered disrespectful behavior? Uh, in disrespectful behaviors are rude words, shouting, insulting elders, and ignoring others are considered disrespectful. Example of this, in a workplace, respect is shown by arriving on time, completing tasks within the given deadlines, being honest and responsible, staying committed to the organization, and treating colleagues with kindness, helping others when we needed, maintaining professionalism, and building a good reputation through the dedication and good conduct. And the fifth one, what values define respectful behavior in your community or family? Kindness, honesty, patience, and caring for others are important values. Example of kindness, kindness to others is very important. Honesty, being honesty in all tasks and with everyone. Patience, being patient in every situation and in every place. Caring for others, kindness to others is very important. And the sixth question is, how is respect maintained over time and across generations? Parents and elders teach children good manners and cultural values. Example, when children spend with their grandparents and they tell them moral stories. Through these stories, children learn good habits and valuable life lessons. In my childhood, was my grandparents was taught lot of moral stories in my life. So it was wonderful experience. And the seventh question, are there special rituals or customs that symbolize respect? Greeting elders with folded hands and giving importance to guests are common customs. Example, when meeting a person after a long time or for the first time, greeting them with folded hands shows respect. Welcoming them warmly when they visit our home is also sign of good manners and respect. And eighth question, How do gender, age, or social roles influence respect? Elders, teachers, and community leaders are usually given more respect. For example, when we traveling on a bus, if we see a teacher who taught us, offering our seat to them is a sign of respect. Standing up and greeting them in public places and showing respect to elders and leaders are also ways of showing good manners and respect. So this is the respectful things that we are doing in everyday life. And ninth one, how does respect change during major life stages or transitions? As people grow older, they are expected, they have become more responsible and guide others. Example, when parents reach the age of 50 and grow older, their children being to take responsibility for caring for them and treat them with respect. Later, when those children become old, their own children also care for and respect them. Therefore, respect is something that when we give it others often comes back to us many times over. 10th question, what proverbs, sayings, or stories about respect exist in your culture? In my Tamil culture, respect is one of the most important thing, and uh, there are more proverbs and tirukural saying in respect. Respect given is respect earned, and kind words create respect. Respect elders and you will be respected. Humility brings honor. Good manners shows true respect. So these are the proverbs in Tamil. And 11th question, what childhood or community memories illustrate how respect is shown where you are from? As children, we were taught to greet elders politely and help neighboring during difficult times. So this is very important aspects and things I shared about respect. So thanks for listening to everyone. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
It was very interesting. I've heard lots of things that are, yeah, like the same in Germany as well. I want to, are there any questions or something to add to this presentation?
Yeah. From
Yes, please.
city. I don't want to repeat what Muralidharan and Viladhan told.
Was it just me, or I can't really hear
Repeat
you?
again. Not hear your voice.
Now
Not
it's
clear.
clear, ma'am. You can speak.
Me?
Ma'am, your voice is broken, ma'am.
Yes.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now it's okay, ma'am. Hello.
So like there are can you
No, ma'am. We can't.
Oh, I
hear
think
you.
there are some connection issues.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It seems like that. Maybe you could write your question in the chat so that we. Yes, as we wait for the question in the chat, I want to mention that Manuela was able to join us. Maybe if
Yes, I'm
Manuela,
with you. I
if
was
you could-
curious. The topic is very interesting. I just wanted to say hi to everyone. So just I also opened my camera for a wave. Yeah, it's interesting to. I was listening. Yeah, to get these different ideas and yeah, thanks for sharing. I'm here just
Good.
because of curiosity, and I'm back again. So now it's your time. Go ahead,
Yes.
please.
Good to have you here. Maybe core health and wealth. I didn't mean to interrupt you, so if there are points that you're not able to share, I would like to give it back to you then, if there's something.
Yes, we have a few responses. Yeah,
Yes.
Manuel, it's nice to introduce. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I want to say. Like in Indian culture, though Muralidharan sir and Viludigal ma'am told is inculcated in our bloods and veins, the modernization and new multinational companies are bringing in a new approach of respect. See, the professional respect is seen by the multinational company. I mean, for a Korean company, I follow the Korean culture of respect there. If I work in a American company, I follow the American culture of respect in my corporate world. But when I come back home, I follow the cultural respect, what is being inculcated at homes. But nowadays, joint families are breaking and nuclear families have come in. So the respect is slowly taking new shapes in India. This is what I want to share with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, now core health and wealth. Please go on.
Thank you. My name is Joel Maraka, and I'm responding on how can respect be maintained in our community. Respect in our community can be maintained by leading by example. And you as yourself can practice by doing what is right, and children can follow that. And also using polite language, that is speaking kindly and avoiding insults or rude words. Also, you can be responsible, that is completing your duties and keep promises. Also, you practice good manners. Practicing good manners, that is by you can greet people, showing humility, and also behaving respectfully in public. And lastly, promoting unity, that is encouraging cooperation, peace, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Jasper. Also, one last aspect that is considered as respect here is dressing code. Like Dr. Lucy said, there's a kind of dress code you will wear when you're going to your mother-in-law's place that you won't necessarily wear. You can't go to your mother-in-law's place with shorts and whatever. You have to be in a really decent clothes that do not show any part of your body. So that's all we had for you today. And I think over time, respect is evolving. Respect is still there. It's just that it is evolving a little bit with the Gen Z generation, but it is still there. It is at the core of who we are. So thank you very much.
Maybe just as we conclude from core health, maybe just to hear Dr. Lucy's perspective about the evolving culture, how your knowledge and experience about how do we maintain the culture across the generations and with the evolving technology and all that. You as I think a specialist and researcher, maybe what's your views about that?
Okay, thank you very much. My view about the evolving culture is dynamic. It keeps on changing. Whatever was happening 20 years ago, 50 years ago, is not the same thing that is happening now, because it is actually acceptable. Culture has to change, and it's really changing with even the generations. What maybe the baby boomers were doing, the way they were dressing, the way they were responding to things is not the same way maybe the Gen Xs, the millennials, what the Gen Zs are doing today is not what maybe the Gen Alphas will do. And we accept culture evolves. So, but what we need to do, like maybe what our forefathers were doing, it is just good that we pick the best practices and abandon the bad practices. I was giving an example of examples from the Tachoni culture, which extends to the entire maybe Luya community or the communities from the western part of Kenya. There are various cultures, even female genital mutilation and all that. Would we say that we advocate for it. It is a retrogressive culture. So as we move forward, I believe we have good things we can borrow from our cultures, being respectful, being honest, time management, and all that. Good things that can contribute to sustainable development. But we abandon those ones that cannot contribute to development. When it comes to technology, when I was concluding my presentation, I said that we have a challenge where we are losing our culture. So at this point, we need to be asking ourselves, how do we leverage on technology to preserve what is good for future prosperity? Like in 50 years to come, how will those children, or 100 years to come, will be able to understand the proverbs, the good proverbs that actually teach us to be maybe ambassadors? I like someone, I noted some proverb that he gave, the Bukusu proverb about maybe it was about, okay, liria liamavuana, being respectful comes from childhood, the way you are socialized, where you come from. That is a proverb, and it is a good one. How will those children who will be born maybe 100 years to come can learn from such a proverb? Because we are losing our languages. Language attrition is actually very high. In a couple of years to come, we'll have lost our indigenous languages, and some of the virtues are contained in our languages. So we can leverage on technology to document or to preserve what is good for the coming generations, but now abandon what we feel cannot contribute to sustainable development. Those are my submissions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Jasper, back to you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I think we will go on with some other presentations. I think Gasp or Solasar. Can you hear me? Are you there?
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
We
I
can hear you.
think Dr. Lucy. Okay. I think Dr. Lucy and Co-Health have done an amazing job in explaining how respect is done in Kenya. So I'll take maybe a minute just to add in a few things. First, I'll just give do number 7 and give a short story. I come from the Kisi culture, which is in the Nyanza, the middle part of Kenya, and I got married into the Western culture. So one time when we're doing a function back home, my father-in-law had not really known culture, what the culture dictated in the Western community. So we were outside, and he showed up with a number of other elders, and we all stood up and were saying hi to him, and he was doing an handshake. So he began from the first person. When he got to me, he skipped me. He didn't say hello to me. He didn't do a handshake for me. Then he went to the rest. So after that happened, I was like, what in the world is happening? Why am I not doing a handshake? I wasn't into it, understanding that culture dictates that I should not do a handshake with my father-in-law. And at that point, it seemed like you want to be an equal or something of that sort. So at the moment, I didn't really understand what was happening. Where I come from, we are taught that to show respect to your elders, you have to do a handshake and say hello to them in a respectful tone. But here in a different culture, I was being told you are not supposed to do this. So then from there, I immediately went to find a chair to sit. Another shock on me. So apparently these chairs had been set out for the elders. I didn't know they were set out for the elders. And before I got there, the elders were sitting there. So I came in late. I didn't know that these specific chairs were set there for my in-laws or supposed to sit. So I'm about to sit, and then I'm told, you cannot sit on this particular chair because it belongs to your father-in-law. So where I come from, chairs are just chairs. You can sit anywhere, but culturally, in the Western side now, you're not supposed to sit in the same chair that your father-in-law sits in. So after that is when I came to learn like culture dictates the respect in some communities. So there's a parenthood also dictates how respective a person can be. So eventually you start mingling in between these two cultures and trying to find out a basis for yourself. So the same thing Dr. Lucy was saying, culture evolves. As time goes by, we come to ask questions. Why is it different that I cannot sit in the same chair my father-in-law sat in? What was the idea about it in the first place? So then you just have to come around it and find somewhere to settle in between that, because Gen Z says it doesn't make sense, but the culture dictates that is a taboo if you sit on that chair. So if you do that, at the end of the day, you have to do some sort of, you need to bring a chicken or something of that sort, because you don't want to go to the extra hassle. You have to do the respect in the form of the way they do it. So another thing Dr. Lucy and the rest said, also food dictates how you show respect to the elders. So for instance, if you're hosting elders in your home, the specific parts of a goat or specific parts of a chicken that you cannot serve to the elders. Because if you do that, it is considered as disrespectful. So for instance, if you're having a function with elders and you're giving them, you're serving chicken, it's either you serve the whole chicken or just don't give them the wings. Because if you do that, it is considered as a disrespect to the people, to the elders who are coming in. So lastly, I'll talk about family, how family dictates the respect of a person. So when you grow up in a family and there's a good parenthood that teaches you, you need to respect so-and-so, this is how you greet one another. So you learn from your elders, like your older brothers, your older sisters, how you treat them. That is how you treat other people. It's more of the human nature of treating one person. So if this is instilled in a person at an earlier age, they grow up knowing that is how to show culture. But if they're in a family whereby there is no respect, there is no obedience, it's more like when you say delayed disobedience is still disobedience. If the family does not bring it out, if you go to an elder and an elder gives you a job to do and you delay in doing that job, obviously you've disrespected that elder. So it's more of the cultures and the traits you get to learn in your family as you grow up is what is passed to you that also you get to pass to your children. Your children get to pass it to their children, like it becomes now generational, how you do the raising up of that child. So if it's not done correctly, now at the end of the day, you realize we are bringing up a generation that lacks respect, because this respect was not instilled in their families first. So you can't go in and tell, for example, when you say like sit together in a table, we're having a meal. So it is presumed that we all have to sit down, maybe do a prayer before we eat, and we wash our hands, we share a meal. So then there are families that don't eat together. So it's like, if you come in, there's food, just eat and move. So if these two people are taken into a function where we are told you have to respect other people's food, you have to respect other people's property, they were never taught these things as a family setup. So they will end up taking other people's stuff, which now becomes theft and lack of respect for other people's spaces, blah, blah. Keeps on going that way. So at the end of the day, we come down to saying that as much as we are talking about respect, there are things that influence respect, minus those good parenting, sometimes culture. You cannot have respect at the end of the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Very interesting. I like the point with the food as well. In Germany, it is like this. It is considered as disrespectful if you start eating while others don't have anything on their plate. So you wait until everyone gets something on their plate, and then you'll all start together. That's something that comes to my head while hearing you. I'm interested. How is it in Tamil with food? Is there anything that is considered as disrespectful when it comes to this topic?
In Tamil culture, in food, respect is we have to, before food, we have to pray the God. Thanks for giving the food. After that, we can take the food.
Yeah.
We are doing
Yeah,
that.
it's the same in Germany in some.
Okay.
I mean, if you're a religious person, then it is the same in
We are
Germany as well.
celebrating one function in Pongal. That is for food to festival. that is cultivate function. We are cultivate rice during the Pongal season. That time we celebrate the Pongal.
Okay, okay. And that, but they're not like it was mentioned, any part of the chicken or something like that that is considered as disrespectful if you serve it
Yeah,
to your
in the
guests.
Hindu religions, we are not some part of Hindus are not taking non-veg.
Okay.
This is harm of animals.
Mm-hmm.
So they are not taking non-veg.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay, thank you very much. If there is any other suggestions, thoughts on what we heard. If not, then thank you. Maybe the next person or next team to go. Solasa.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Evans Vidoro. So I just wanted to add to what Gaspar said, that family really determines how the outcome of respect. For instance, having been raised by a single mom, and being a Gen Z myself, there was a time I went to visit a friend. I went to their house. I found myself just sat on a chair. Then he comes running. That's my father's chair. So I didn't know this setup actually really exists. Since and to add on that, living probably in the town places, not being able to go home to the rural areas more often and learn about how that culture came about, is something that adds to that. That's what I could say on my case.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And not sure if we've heard everyone. Or maybe is there someone who wants to add something to this discussion or something to share, personal stories or something like that?
Yeah, maybe just to add, of course, like Kenya now has 44 or so communities or tribes, and each of them, like now they have sub-tribes. Like for example, the Luya has about 20 something more. And what happens, you discover that some of the cultures are very varied. So for example, serving chicken to elders in Luyas is very respectful. But then if you served chicken to elders from, let's say, the Kalenjin community, is very disrespectful because they feel like you serve them just a mere bird. If you go to the lake communities where they are near the whatever serving fish, for example, is a very respectful. And so I think these are very helpful conversation because different cultures consider different things respect, like what our friend from GASP shared, that from where she comes from, you know, it's not wrong to shake hands with your mother-in-law or father-in-law. But where she gets married in Western Kenya, or when you come to Western Kenya, it's a totally different disrespect. So sometimes marrying intermarriages and trying to harmonize these cultures is, I think, one tries to strengthen some values, but again, reach kind of a compromise so that at least both cultures again show respect to each other, and by maybe reaching a middle ground or something. So instead of hugging, maybe the closest Aluya would do is a distant handshake with the mother-in-law from the other community, because of those issues. So again, yeah, I think those intercultural differences have a lot of issues. For example, Dr. Mandela said, I don't know, for example, for us, yes, and a child, the younger person will initiate the greetings. But when you go to Maasai, for example, you don't greet your elder. They're the ones to initiate. You bow, and then they touch your head or something. So it's like you wait until the elder initiates. So maybe meeting those two cultures becomes interesting. And I think this is a very good conversation. For example, if Murdatangan team came to Kenya and or our team came to India, and that understanding this really helps to know how best to interact. So really, thank you. I just needed to add on that.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I think it is very, very helpful to share that insights and to get information about that. Because if I went to Africa, to Kenya, now I'm aware of such things, yeah, and can avoid to disrespect people. Yeah. Is there anyone or anything else you want to share? Somebody? If not, then I thank you all for joining this session. Found it very, very interesting. I enjoyed it a lot. And yes, maybe we'll see each other again. Thank you very much for joining.
Thanks for anchoring and share your thoughts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the participants.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.